find out my best friend's maid of honor speech was actually about how she's been sleeping with the groom. So I'm sitting there at Emma's rehearsal dinner, scrolling through my phone while the speeches are happening. Her maid of honor, Tina, was up next and had her notes app open on her phone. The thing is, she was sitting right next to me and kept tilting her screen away whenever I glanced over. That's when I got suspicious. I mean, who hides a maid of honor speech? So when she got up to practice her speech, I pretended to look for something in my purse and accidentally knocked her phone off the table. When I picked it up, the screen was still on, and I saw way more than I bargained for. The speech started normal enough with all the usual best friend stuff about Emma. But then I saw this whole section about how Tina knew Jake better than anyone else, because they'd been meeting up for months. She literally wrote about their first time together, how he told her he was having second thoughts about the wedding, and how she was the one he really wanted to be with. My stomach dropped. I quickly put the phone back, but I couldn't unsee what I'd read. Tina came back and grabbed her phone without noticing anything. Meanwhile, Emma was sitting across from us, laughing at Jake's best man speech, completely clueless. I spent the whole rest of dinner staring at Tina, trying to figure out if she was actually planning to say all that stuff tomorrow. She kept making these weird comments like, "I have so many stories about Jake from when Emma wasn't around," and "some things are better said in front of everyone." After dinner, I followed Tina to the bathroom and straight up asked her what the hell she was planning. She got all defensive and said I misunderstood what I saw, but then she started crying and admitted everything. She said she loved Jake first, that Emma stole him from her in college, and that tomorrow was her chance to finally tell the truth. I told her she was insane and needed to back down. She laughed and said Emma deserved to know who she was really marrying. Then she showed me photos on her phone, pictures of her and Jake together at restaurants, in his car, even in what looked like a hotel room. The timestamps were all from the past few months. I felt sick. I had two choices: tell Emma and ruin her wedding, or find a way to stop Tina without destroying my best friend's life. I decided to handle it myself. I went back to the hotel and called Jake. I told him I knew everything and that he had until morning to figure out what he was going to do. He tried to deny it at first, but when I mentioned the photos, he broke down. He said it started as just emotional support during wedding stress, but it turned into more. He said he still loved Emma but got confused. I told him that was his problem to sort out, but if Tina got up there tomorrow and humiliated Emma in front of everyone, I'd make sure both their lives were ruined. The next morning, Jake showed up at Emma's hotel room and came clean about everything. I heard the screaming from 3 rooms down the hall. Emma called off the wedding right there. She was devastated but said she was glad she found out before walking down the aisle instead of during a speech in front of 200 people. Tina tried to play the victim, saying she was just being honest. Emma told her to get out and never contact her again. The crazy part? Jake tried to get with Tina after that, but she rejected him. Turns out she just wanted to destroy Emma's happiness and didn't actually want Jake for herself. Emma found out about me calling Jake and thanked me for handling it the way I did. She said knowing the truth privately was bad enough, but having it announced during a speech would have been humiliating beyond repair. Tina moved to another state a few months later, and Emma started dating someone way better than Jake ever was.